The land plants had evolved on Earth by about 700 million years ago and land fungi by about 1,300 million years ago, much earlier than previous estimates of around 480 million years ago, which were based on the earliest fossils of those organisms. Prior to this study, it was believed that Earth's landscape at the time was covered with barren rocks harboring nothing more than some bacteria and possibly some algae. There's a lot of secret waiting for us to discover in our Mother Nature. There are a lot of plants in the world, but do you know that we also have the carnivorous plant? Carnivorous plants are a specialized group of plants that grow in wet, boggy, acidic soil. These bogs are typically comprised of peat soils, which are low in mineral salts and other nutrients vital for the plant's survival. One of the most critical plant nutrients is nitrogen, which is usually taken up by plants as nitrates. Nitrogen is a nutrient that is easily leached out of even ordinary soil. For this reason, the plants that live in this soil have evolved into carnivorous plants that capture and digest insects as a means of obtaining nitrates. There are many types of the carnivorous plants, such as the Drosera adelae, Utricoleria, Sericina cythecina, Venus flytrap, and Nepenthes. The carnivorous plants that we are going to talk about are the Nepenthes.
Nepenthes is what we call it locally monkey carp, found only in Southeast Asia. And we divide them to two categories: the highland species and the lowland as well. Nepenthes, they produce picture from their leaf, and it get their own prey for them to grow, because they are growing in the soil lack of nutrients. So they have to find their own way to support their nitrogen. They are usually found on Southeast Asia, Borneo Island, Java, Indonesia, Java, Philippines, and mostly Malaysia.
They also got a name, which is monkey carp.
A Nepenthes, actually we call it tropical pitcher plants. In some part of Malaysia, they call it monkey carp because they found that monkey drinks water from it. And in some part of like Thailand, they call it more khao mo keng ling, means monkey cooking pot. In Indonesia, they call it kantong sema, that means a pocket grow in the wild. The first Nepenthes was found during 17th century at Madagascar. Nepenthes grew in the world more than 150 million years ago. The Western cultivation civilizations, there is record say that they found the plants at certain century, but maybe in some part of Malaysia or Southeast Asia we found that earlier, but there is no record. This is why we can't mention that how many years, actually how long is Nepenthes found in the world. Actually, Nepenthes name, sometimes it named to the people who discover them, the person who discovered them, and some even named to the area, the place where they found it, and some the name was derived from the Latin, which carry the meanings. For instance, the Pica carata, it means the two fangs, and some like elbow marginata, it means in Latin, elbow means white margin. A lot of people misunderstanding on Nepenthes, the monkey carp here. They will think that this is plants from the jungle, so it must keep in shade, and somehow some people will think that there is acid inside the carp, inside the pitcher, that will digest the insect. So they'll think that the plants carry poison. In some part of Malaysia, they do drink water from it. It's an enzyme. It helps us to digest. Usually, the enzyme in the picture will not reproduce again. Even it's been diluted by rainwater or been poured out by somebody. So it will never reproduce again. There is only one picture only in the world that can reproduce again, but it's not from Malaysia and they are from Brazil. We named it Helium Flora. The structure of Nepenthes, there is lead. We call it lead or the cap growing on it. So usually a lot of people will think that the cap will close after they get their own food. This is a misunderstanding for many years. A lot of people come in to test it, to put food, to put stone, to put leaf in the picture, hoping them to close. Sometimes we find that some Nepenthes, their lids open the other way, open out, so the rainwater drop inside. That is usually the Nepenthes emperora, which usually we call them the vegetarians, the vegetarian monkey carp. And they are different with the normal pitcher plants, that the lids cover and protect the rainwater from going in. Nepenthes, you won't choose any food. You take any food that drop inside, they cannot refuse to take it. So they have to take it, and usually the vegetarians will take only leaf and as well as insects also. To identify the pitcher plants, the monkey carp, there is female and male plants. They come in two different plants. It's usually identified by flower only, when it blooms. Usually monkey carp Nepenthes, they grow nectar under the leaves, and there is enzyme in the pitcher. So the flies, the insect will come for the nectar, and they will drop inside. When drop inside, drown, and the enzyme will start digest and send the nutrients to the plants again. And they are part of the leaf. So monkey carp is only part of leaf. So once they grow taller and taller, the older leaf will dry out. But it begins from the pitcher. Usually in some in our research, we found that Nepenthes, the monkey carp, not only taking insect, and anything dropping inside will become their food. In some part of in the world, they find rats inside, they find frogs, lizard, and even some leaf inside. In the research written that once a small ants dropping inside the pitcher, they will last for 2 years. So we don't worry about how to feed them. Actually, Nepenthes, they will grow without food also. But if we feed them, of course they will get more nutrients. They got more nitrogen, and they will grow bigger. Actually, when all Nepenthes, if overfeeding, some part of the enzyme area will turn brown, but this is because of overfeeding, and the new pitcher will grow bigger. Of course, like Truncata, they can grow up to 40 centimeters tall. People will think that Nepenthes is an expensive plant. To them, they will think that it's difficult for them to grow. Usually we'll divide it to two categories, the highland species and the lowland. So usually I will recommend to grow lowland species only. Usually Nepenthes growing in a sunny area, and usually we have to depend to the species. Some species they will grow on highland area, but of course they need sunlight, and their temperature are different. Some Nepenthes, they vary from 4 Celsius to 11 Celsius. So we can't grow them in lowland. Nepenthes is important in our natural habitat, in our ecosystem. It will help us to getting less all the insect, the overgrown insect. Usually if you are growing your Nepenthes from the original place, of course it's nicer. But if you are transferring to your house or where you are growing them in a pot, of course, firstly you have to make sure that the situation, the temperature, all suit their needs. If not, they will grow, of course, smaller. But it won't change like what in certain place like for instance, Ebromaginata, Nepenthes Ebromaginata that found in Sabah and that's found in Sarawak. Actually, they are different with the Nepenthes found in Penang. So you cannot say that you are planting that Nepenthes from Sabah, Sarawak. When transferred to Penang, you will grow to what happened in Penang. As we know, now there are two species in the world. Is in the Apedic one. That is the Nepenthes Khasiana from India and Nepenthes Raja from Sabah. These two are in endangered species, and they protect it, and there is no trading in the world. As this is a natural habitat area, so that we want to keep back the ecological system, so we are not chasing any natural life here. But on the other hand, we are guiding them to another way, like the squirrel that coming to bite the pitcher or monkey cup or pitcher. Actually, it won't harm the plants, but it's part of leaf, and it will dry out soon as normal when they are growing taller and taller. We are putting some bananas and some food for the squirrel or for some other life to let them have their own food, and they won't come to disturb or to damage the pitcher anymore.
Eric has been in this green field since 30 years ago. Then, he started a garden to share with green lovers with natural feelings and to earn some livings from there. The garden was closed down due to the tenancy contract. Fundraising is a big problem for him and his partner. After 8 months of hardship, they finally completed phase 1 and opened the new garden to the public. His understanding towards the Nepenthes should be clarified and the knowledge should be spread to the public. The Nepenthes is the protected plant species. We should protect them when we see them in the wild.